Magu Show, divine marijuana brings immortality. Libations to the ancestors. So, I have my okay, that was every now and then the herb is a little stronger than my gung fu. Humana, humana, humana. So, as I was saying, let me turn the music down. Well, I wasn't saying that, but that's what I'm saying now. So, I'm going to make a movie. After all these years of breathing and kicking and punching, I'm really not really like all that physical. I'm not like a Bruce Lee type guy, and I'm not the best, greatest fighter in the world. And that's part of it, because all my posts, I'm all over the place, you know. I can't help it if I'm a dag-nabbit genius. But after all these years, I do realize that most people can't keep up with all these different things. I'm talking about food, I'm talking about kung fu, I'm all over the place. Because the average person don't realize all these things are connected, even though it seems like, you know, if I'm talking about food 1 minute and then breathing the next. And, you know, on YouTube you can only do but so much. So if I do a video on breathing, then somewhere down the road it gets lost, you know, in the source, and I'm talking about something that goes with it. It sounds like I'm talking about two separate things. So it's so much stuff in my brain. If I try to put it all on video at once, I'd probably drop dead. But anyway, yeah, so another thing, like I said, this video will probably be, you know, down in the bottom somewhere after a couple of weeks. So I'm gonna say on the videos that, you know, I'm doing this movie to help. First of all, or well, one of the things is to introduce the world, I hope, to my new Kung Fu system, the Smoking Fist. I've renamed it about 3 times this year alone, but again, I mean, the system is together. It's just like I have a hard time naming stuff because there's so much stuff in the system. I got, you know, the spiritual foundation is cannabis, and then, I put boxing in it, and then there's breathing, and then there's weapons, and blah, 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 blah. Have you ever put a kung fu system together? Do you know anybody that put a kung fu system together? I'm not talking about somebody that be like, they learn karate. Believe me, I know brothers, grandmasters. They know karate, right? And then they just name it some Kemetic or African name, but they still doing the same thing. No, dude, that's not African. That's not how we move. So if you look on the walls of ancient Kemet, what they call Egypt now, you'll see boxing with gloves. The oldest depictions of martial arts on earth are on the walls in ancient Egypt. Now, these brothers back then were boxing. So, here in America, we know boxing. Why? Because ever since Jack Johnson, when was that? 1920 or whatever, we've seen boxers. We haven't seen, well, see, I'm talking about people's from the Bronx and from the cities in America. Most blacks live in cities, so we don't see mantises, we don't see eagles, you know what I'm saying? Most don't understand the I Ching. I'm believing that one. I'm still surprised that people don't understand the Tao yet. Self-healing and all that. Yet, 2023. Wow. You understand? If we were going to emulate animals, it'd be a rat, a dog, a cat. You understand? Animals that's in our environment. But the heck with animals. We see people like I said, Jack Johnson, and then you got Muhammad Ali, and then you got Mike Tyson. You understand? So those are the images we see, and we see boxing on the street. Maybe now in the last few years, wrestling too, but actually both, because all cultures started out with wrestling, and then they developed other, striking and kicking and all that type of stuff. But all of it is depicted in Beni Hassan, what they call Beni Hassan now in ancient Kemet or Egypt. Boxing, wrestling, fighting with double sticks, all that. You understand? So, this movie will be partly a way for me to introduce my Kung Fu, which is boxing combined with what y'all think is Chinese Kung Fu. You understand? And that's because at my age, usually a teacher would have a group of students by now, but I kind of left that world, left the teaching world, and went into my own world and cut everybody off and developed all these systems. I wouldn't have been able to do it if I would have stayed in society. I had to cut myself off. from everybody because nobody is into this stuff. I had 2 operations and nobody around me knew how to heal my body. I had to learn how to heal my own, and Gong Fu is a part of that. So yeah, the movies. I'm fixing up the studio now. It will be called Ebony Wood Studios, and the production company is RTB Co-op Productions. And the first movie that I'm working on, I'm calling Heroes in the Hood. So that's it. 5 o'clock in the morning. After these videos, when I get the studio together, I'm gonna start getting up and doing some action stuff instead of sitting here talking all that. Alright, I'm out. Peace. Button. Oh, peace.